Hello, I am Edward, and this is Sign School. In today's video, I will be responding to Module 4, Views of Nature in the West. This module is asking how might anthropocosmic perspectives be applied to your own life or within a religious community. And this week we learned about Anthropocentrism in comparison to Anthropocosmic worldviews. What new ideas stood out to you? So, Anthropocentrism from the glossary is a perspective that prioritizes and focuses on the human apart from other species and life forms. The sign for anthropocentrism, start with anthropo, A-N, thro, T-H-R-O, po, P-O, anthropo, and then centrism, C-E-N-T-R-I-S-M, centrism. Centrism, altogether, Anthropocentrism. So this is a long sign, it is a long word, it has a lot to say. I'll begin by describing the anthro, and then I will talk about anthropocosmic, and then compare how the centric versus cosmic modifies the anthro in each definition. So anthro, po, three signs, A-N, that is your thumb close to your chest. So it is keeping yourself and the world close to each other, and then throw is the thorn, pushed as far away from you as possible, but directing your energy outwards. The thorn is your pointer and your pinky up. So that is saying the pain of your eye, you are projecting outwards. So you are keeping the world close and projecting the pain of your eye outwards. Anthro, and then po, that's P, which is your happiness, and you're taking happiness from the sky and pointing it downward. In this specific instance, it is towards my feet, which are the least regarded part of your body. So it is taking the goodness from above where it is abundant and pushing it downwards where it is scarce. Anthropo. So anthropo refers to the state of being, which is keeping the world inside you. You are a world. Pushing the owls of your eyes away. So it's searching for goodness. And then po is redistributing the goodness from where it's abundant, which is up high, to where it is scarce, down low. Anthropo. I feel like that is a good description of people, in a sense. We try to, we want everything. We want the world on our chest. Then we're also ready to throw any pain that we receive away from us. And you always care when your feet hurt, because our favorite thing to do is to move around, and we need our feet in order to do that properly. So that is the anthropo of these two terms. Then anthropocosmic is defined as an understanding that locates the human within the cosmos and within the community of life on Earth. So cosmic is CO, SM, IC, CO, SM, IC, CO, SM, IC, cosmic, and so then centric versus cosmic, or centrism versus cosmic, centrism. So the interesting piece here is that both of them share the SM sign, which is, taking the energy of the world and giving it to yourself, but on a two-dimensional plane. But it occurs in a different way, because in centrism it is the ending, and it is also a modifiable part of the word, because you can say centrism or centric. But in cosmic, the SM is integral to the meaning of the word, where you could say cosmic or cosmos. So in one case, the SM is dependent, in the other, it is controlled. They also both start with the C sign, ko and se. I think that's interesting because that is your body working on the outside. So in both of these definitions, it starts with the person and then working with the C, and then CO versus CE. CE is you're reaching out. E can think of it as everything. So it is the person working towards everything. Where O is you're keeping it close to yourself. So instead of E being very eager and trying to explore the world with haste and centric and cosmic, you are O, you are open, and you are letting the world present opportunities to you for which you may explore. And so then the difference between these two words and signs, anthropocentric or centrism, centrism, really feels like the scent, you were trying to take something, but in taking something you were lowering it. But then after a while, having had it, you rise and you rest. So centrism seems like it is a generally higher form of existence rather than cosmic. Centrism exists on the higher plane, centrism primarily, where cosmic is mid to low, cosmic. But also centrism seems to have greater variation in its magnitude, because you start at your midline, then you immediately drop, then you go as high as you can, and then back at your midline. So you spend half the time in your midline, a quarter down low in the lowest position, and a quarter up high in the highest position. Centrism. And then cosmic. Cosmic. So you start at your midline, and then you stay there for 2/3, and then you're at your lowest for 1/3, but while you're at your lowest, you are reaching as high as you can with your intellect, with your eye. So in the centric point of view, centrism, your wrists are neutral the whole time. That also means half the time your fingers are pointing forward, half the time they're pointing up. In the cosmic point of view, your fingers are always pointing up. And also, your S, your middle finger, and your I are all, one of them is always pointing up. 2/3 of the time, your S is pointing up, once with the A. But then at your lowest, you can see you're looking at the sky. So I guess that feels like a good description of these words to me. Anthropocentric, the the person, is the center of the universe, and you align the universe to their patterns. Anthropocosmic, the universe is the thing that does the alignment, and the person is just there to kind of fit in as best they can. So how may these be applied in my own life? I suppose I'm a anthropocentric dominant person. I think I have recently expanded my definition of the anthropo. I think originally it was some amorphous self that mostly believed my brain was in control. I think recently, with the sign language, I now realize that I am a collection of ganglia, 7 of them. So in a way, I can run my own anthropocentric and cosmic experiments. If my mind is myself and my body is the world, I can create a diorama of an anthropocentric worldview with a omniscient God. And I think for the most part, I am more effective at shaping the world to myself than shaping myself to the world. I think the anthropocosmic point of view is a last resort of mine. I think I save it because I'm better at it. I'm better at listening. And so that means I want to do it less, so that while I can train my anthropocentrism more and be generally equal in my strengths between the two. I think also in this way, I can define the anthropo on command, so it can either be my full self, or it can be any one or combination of 7 ganglia I possess. The first ganglia is your brain and your spinal cord. That is your neuronal ganglia. And then you have your heart that pumps your blood. That is your liquid ganglia. Then you have your stomach, which processes food. That is your chemical ganglia. And then you have 4 muscular ganglia. You have your right hand and arm, your left hand and arm, your right leg and foot, in your left leg and foot. And so I think anthropocentrism can be effective when traded in a sense. So as long as each ganglia has a turn to say, this is what I need in this moment, and can shape the actions of its correspondence accordingly, then I have found, for the most part, the cosmos will figure itself out. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and please have a good day. God protect you all.